Hi everyone, this is April. I pretty much just I needed to make this video for the simple fact that a lot of people, have been asking me about how have I been staying safe. I've gotten questions, how I feel as a woman in a foreign country. First of all, I want to, I was very young when I first started traveling, and that's not the green light for anybody young to, okay, let me go start traveling. No, I was in the military at the time, and sometimes we would have to get to our permanent duty station, or we would we would have to go overseas or something like that, and we had to get there in a timely manner, safely, all that stuff. So and on top of that, I've actually we all hear stuff about like people who go for medical tourism, which is basically pretty much what I'm doing with the eyes or whatever. That's medical in it, and it's in another country, so medical tourism. And we hear about stuff going on all the time, like almost every day in the news, about somebody who went over to Dominican Republic. These girls be getting stuff like the BBLs and the breast implants and the lipos and all that stuff, whatever. I'm just gonna sit here and say straight out that if you keep hearing certain things about a certain spot, you might want to not go there. You know what I mean? It's so many girls, quite a few people who have died, from going to, at that certain place. If you keep hearing about it, shoot, all I got to do is hear about it once, and I'm not going. But, that's something that you might want to pay attention to. Definitely, I want to say do your research about the place, the doctor that you're going to, the hotel room that you're staying at, because there have actually been cases where people have died just at a certain hotel, and we don't know what's going on there. We don't know what the deal of it is. But if stuff like that keep happening, don't go there, you guys. And I'll tell you why it keeps happening. When you're touring somewhere, first and foremost, you don't want to, you're trying to, you don't want to spend a lot of money and stuff like that. Of course you want to, save some money, this and that. But it is, first and foremost, it's better and it'll be cheaper for you if you book a hotel, the flight and the car together as a package. Yeah, because if you can even try it for yourself, like if you was to go to a certain place, and they'll basically count it up for you and tell you how much everything's going to be even before you pay. So if you was to just go try to book yourself a flight, you'll see for yourself how much it's going to cost versus how much it will cost if you was to book your flight, your hotel, and your car together. Okay, let me see. That's one thing. Now, when you are booking your hotel, a big mistake that a lot of people can make, even when you're booking it as a package, is that you may try and stay at a place where it is the cheapest. Bad idea, and I'll tell you why. Because of the fact, when you go somewhere, you are not just paying for a place to sleep, you are also paying for your safety. You're paying for quality. You're paying for cleanliness. You know what I mean? You're paying for professionalism. Okay? If you go to a place that somebody is basically just renting a room out their house, anything can happen, you guys. Okay? And it may look appealing to you because, okay, you don't even know this is not a known franchise. Somebody's renting a room for $25 versus the Hilton or the Holiday Inn or the Marriott or something like that maybe could cost like $79, $89 or something like that, or more depending on which country you're in. I'm talking about Mexico. I went to Mexico. And you'll have quite a few of those, even on the app. Let's say if you download an app to a certain airline or something, they'll have that up there. But but the truth of the matter is, I personally suggest that you deal with known franchises that are associated, with America, all over the world, stuff like that. Because if you are dealing with the Holiday Inn, if you're dealing with the Marriott, then you're dealing with a certain standard. Okay? If something goes wrong, you can call somewhere that's going to be, you can call their customer service line and complain, and they're going to have to answer to them regardless of whether they're in another country or not, because that's their franchise and they uphold it to a certain standard. Okay? Yeah, so when it comes to hotel stays, deal with known franchises here in America. I also have to say, taking just in a regular taxi cab, when I was going in Mexico, this is for Mexico, it wasn't safe. Even the people there, the residents there told me that that's not safe, even for them. A lot of times they can overcharge you. Anything can happen. But let's just say, like, if you had Uber, now Uber basically leaves a paper trail. Okay, it is a certain person that's coming to pick you up, name and everything. And there have been situations where you had someone who called an Uber and a car just rolled up and they just hopped in the car. Bad idea. Make sure, just like on an Uber here in America, they'll have the name of the car, the name of the person, the picture, the license plate number. Check all of that before you hop in that car. Okay? That is something that I have always done. Nobody even told me to do that. You know what I mean? When somebody's arriving, oh, you're 2 minutes away, you're 1 minute away, I'm looking at I check, make sure that it's the same, information. Okay? That's another way that you can stay safe as far as having different rides somewhere. And also, listen to this, you guys. If you're dealing with a well-known franchise, a lot of times they have a shuttle that will take you somewhere for straight up free. Think about that. Okay? And they may even come back and get you if it's within their radius. It's like you won't even have to pay for Uber. Because sometimes, if you're dealing with a well-known franchise, they have a company shuttle. They will take you where you need to go. And that right there is also another way to stay completely safe. That is even more safer than Uber. And all you have to do, so you won't even have to pay a fee, you can just tip them and then everything will be good. Okay. I want to say, now, regardless of the fact, even dealing with well-known franchises, like I said, you should deal with well-known franchises. People still come in your room, the maid or something, But the truth of the matter is, you don't know what they on. You don't know if they try to, see what you got or try to rob you. Look through your stuff, see what they can get. Now, me personally, once I leave my room, I put the do not disturb sign on there, because when I'm in their room, I don't want anybody coming in there. If I'm, got this room for the night or 2 nights, while I'm there, I don't want nobody in there but me. Okay? Now, as far as, you need some new towels or something, or you need for them to take out the old plates, the dirty plates that you didn't, just ate off the room service or whatever. You can tell them to come on up and then you hand it to them at the door. But I would suggest to keep people out of your room, because sometimes even with no franchises, sometimes the maids can come in and try and go through your stuff. So I suggest that when you're traveling, don't take a whole bunch of expensive, like, oh, you got to have your laptop, this. No, don't take anything that you can't carry with you. And you shouldn't, because you don't want to be lugging everything around. You can leave like your clothes there or something like that, but don't leave money in there. Okay, don't leave thousands of dollars. This has happened to people, y'all. They have gotten robbed, you know, from the hotel they were at. Go ahead and look up on some of the YouTube videos. I'm sorry if this video is a little long, but I just want to give like all the information, because it's important, because you want to stay as safe as possible. I suggest that you not leave anything valuable in there, you know, and don't carry cash on you. You can carry maybe like $15-20, something like that, you know, just in case, you know, something happens. And this is in Mexico. Now it's different for other places. Maybe sometimes they can have different places where they have an ATM where you can have English, you know, that. But this is strictly for Mexico. This is strictly for Mexico. I suggest that you don't carry a bunch of money on you, because, you know, you could be considered, you could be a target, you know, for people who are trying to rob you or something like that. Learn about, if you're going to a place where they don't speak your language, you know, I suggest you get an app, Google, so that y'all be able to communicate. Because if something was to happen, even something as simple as somebody not getting your food right or your food not being delivered, you're going to get very frustrated trying to communicate, because they're not going to understand what you're saying. You're not going to understand what they're saying. And I have ordered Uber Eats, and also if you go there, order Uber Eats, so that you don't have to call to an exact place, and then, you know, you have to communicate and nobody understands what you're saying. So, and you don't understand what they're saying. So make sure you download Uber Eats, because that's a good way to, you know, that's a good way to, you know, get some food or whatever. And I suggest that you order for, either you can order for some known franchises with that, or you can ask some of the locals what are some good places to eat at. Because if you're going to a place where it's not a lot of money, people are very poor, you don't want to order from some hole in the wall and then your service is just like terrible. Okay. I want to talk about just traveling there in general by yourself. Now, that is dealing with only franchises is definitely a way for you to stay safe. But even like, let's just say you call an Uber and you tip them as if you would tip them in America, I would have to say that that's a bad idea. You know, and if you at a country where people are kind of don't have a lot of money, and I tipped them American dollars, I didn't tip them in pesos, I mean, it's like they're gonna think, okay, this person got money, well, let me see how much more I can get. You know what I mean? And that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing, you know, because you trying to be nice, and they feeling like, okay, well, she done, well, let me see how much money I can get. So that could be a problem. So learn about how much they usually tip there, and don't go over that. As long as you tip them like $2 or $3 or something like that, leave it alone. You know what I mean? Because when you try to be nice, like I literally had I made 2 videos about it. It said, can you believe this nonsense? Basically what happened was, the food was good and nice, and I figured, okay, I'm gonna be nice and tip this lady a $20 bill, when they usually tip maybe like $1 or $2. That's whether in American dollars, you know. And so I'm gonna be nice and tip her $20, you know. And then when it came time for me to pay, I paid with my card. She asked me for another tip. Like, are you kidding me? I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to help you out. I'm looking out, and you gonna sit here and try. That was ignorant. But, you know, that happened a couple of times. And with a taxi driver, like, he tried to cheat me. I was like, oh, And so then when he drove me, because he was with a company, when he drove me back to the airport, I didn't tip him that time. Okay. Now, when you're registering for the car ride, the hotel, and the flight all together with that package, now they automatically sometimes is gonna give you a company. Now that's okay. That's not gonna be a known franchise, but that's okay. They deal with them all the time, and those are the company that once you get off of the plane and you go through whatever you need to go through, they gonna have your name, and then you be like, oh, I'm so and so, and then they say who they are, and then they take you where, to your hotel or whatever, or wherever you was gonna go. Sorry about the noise, my cat acting up. I wanted to talk about now I already talked about when you're young and you're traveling a little bit, but I want to talk about traveling with someone. Okay, because I already done said that if you're gonna travel alone, make sure you deal with franchises. I still feel like you should deal with known franchises even if you travel with people. Now, traveling with people, if you're doing some kind of medical tourism, I suggest that you travel with people that you love and people who love you. Please, I do not care how long you have been following someone on social media. I don't care how long they have been following you. That does not mean that y'all are friends. Rule number 1 and 2, honey. Never go somewhere with someone that you either don't know or don't trust. Anything can happen. These people can turn on you. Their true colors will show, and then they'll act like something's wrong with you. Whatever. That has never happened to me, and I'm glad, because you got to be safe. But I'm just letting y'all know so this doesn't happen to you, because I do travel a lot, and if you're alone, that's fine. But I would suggest that you travel with someone. I'm almost 40 years old, but age doesn't mean anything. But I'm just saying, like, with the human trafficking and everything, anything can happen, and then on top of that, like, if you travel with somebody that you love and you're doing medical tourism, you're gonna be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Like, they give you your medicine and you going in and out or whatever, they're not gonna steal from you. That's your mom or whatever. Yeah. And I also want to say, like, now this is just strictly for traveling abroad. Let's just say you're traveling with friends, even people that I don't know, went to high school with, but still, the truth is people can still get stupid on you. Because there are people that I've known in the past that I would not travel with them. We can say hello in the street, something like that, but that doesn't mean I'm going to travel with you. Or let's just say I have known you for a long time, and this person, maybe you may be cool in some degree, but let's just say this person smokes weed all day, every day, and I don't. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what's not good about that is that you may be all right to some degree, but that person may, once that person goes to a certain place, because see, think about it, you can't go through the security with drugs on you. You know what I mean? And let's just say, and that's a known rule, you can't go through security with drugs on you, and that person may try to sneak some in. You know what I'm saying? If you're with them, you may go down with them, or it's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? You don't want anybody who's going to draw attention to you in a negative way or anything like that. If you chilling with the kind of person, once again, who, kind of is into just, they call it getting lit or whatever, or what's it, turned up or whatever. Look, all right, I'm getting older, whatever. If that person, yo, oh girl, let's go to this party, these dudes, they seem kind of cool, like that, something like that isn't safe. Okay, something like that probably would not be safe. No, because, and don't be like, oh, and if they would say, oh, you don't trust me, forget all that. Okay, this is your safety. It's like, if you decide to travel with friends, you need to go with some friends who you are on the same page with. Okay, I'm not saying that you're a bad person just because you smoke weed or something like that, because me personally, like, I had PTSD, you know, from the military and whatever, and so therefore, like, I can get medical marijuana. I have gotten some before, but it's like, I lie to you now. I may like smoke something maybe once or twice out of a year, but that's due to I may like have a breakdown or something like that, or I have like really bad anxiety and you'll need something to calm you down. You want a prescription medication, but sometimes it don't always work. So yeah, but if you got to be careful who you go with, because if they into certain things that you're not into, they gonna have you into some mess too. Okay, if those type of people, somebody like that who loves, you know, getting lit or whatever you call it, you know, they could, oh, yo, I know this dude who can get us some weed, da 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 da. Okay, she may seem cool to some degree, and let's just say you do smoke weed or whatever. It's like, maybe some people like to do that in their own privacy of their house. Maybe they got a drink or something, but in the privacy of their own house. If she's saying, oh, or he's saying, oh, well, let's go, some dude about to get us some weed. Okay, now you're about to be around a certain kind of people. So that right there can get you into some mess. Stay away from it. Okay? I also got to say to please know the rules about the country. Like, because what's okay over here in America, over there it may be a straight up crime, and you've been got yourself into some mess. And I don't care, you can go ahead and tweet it all you want to, you can put it on Instagram, oh, they put me in jail for this, or I had to get fined. You can talk trash all you want to, you still gonna have to pay that fine. Don't do anything stupid. And also be careful of because like, as if you're going over to Mexico or whatever, and you have to get back into the States, you have to take a COVID test. So make sure that they actually have a place in the airport where you can go down and take a COVID test real quick, and it's only like $27, like US dollars. So that's cool. And they take Visa, and on top of that, I would also suggest that you can use another a credit card or whatever. I would suggest you not use the main one to your account, but it does change over into the right currency. So like I said, that part isn't bad. Like I said, especially when you're dealing with known franchises, you're going to be okay with that. Hold on, what else? I want to say to please do your research on your doctor. We already know what I have had done on my eyes. I'm still getting it done or whatever. Do your research on that doctor. Even don't just leave it at following people who have certain things done. Talk to them. I am telling you right now, shut up, boy. I'm telling you right now to, you know, even if, you know, when my eyes, you know, turn a color that I like or something like that, if you want me to FaceTime you on Instagram, I'll be more than happy to, because I don't want you, you know what I'm saying, you watch my video or whatever and you go over there because of something I said. I don't want anything to happen to you. I want you to be as safe as possible. Yeah, I want you to be as safe as possible. So yeah, just if you want to FaceTime me, I don't care who you are, I don't care how old you are, you know what I'm saying. If you want to FaceTime me because you want the answers about it, that's fine, but let's wait till they change though, because you know, but because that's pretty much what I did, you know, with a young lady, you know, who had this done already. So you can see for yourself, okay, yo, this ain't a filter. So I guess that's pretty much it. Do not leave your credit cards in your room, stuff like that. I think I said that. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. Trying to think of anything else. If I think of something else, I will tell you. But that's pretty much it. You got any questions for me? You are free to ask me. I don't care even if I said it already in another video. Now, if it's a lot, I'm probably just gonna tell you to go to that video, but anything you want to ask me, just go ahead and ask me. I want you to be safe as possible, regardless of who you are. You know, I don't want nothing to happen to you. We don't want nothing to happen to you. All right. So talk to you later. Bye.